Hello everyone. First of all, thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. This is in continuation with the work that I have been doing related to influencer marketing with webinars. And today we'll be talking about the due diligence that is required while selecting influencers and rules of reaching out to influencers. And due diligence is very important while you are selecting your influencer. You can't be working with any influencers while any industry site or blogs, or you'll be able to discover a dozen of influencers, or you might be able to discover 30 plus influencers in your field. You cannot be working with all of them. So the first thing is you need to do the due diligence. And how do you select your influencers, right? So there are a couple of questions that you need to ask yourself while selecting your influencers. The first one is to look at what is the key messaging of your influencer. What is he talking about? What are his values and what are his beliefs? What are his ideas? What are his philosophies, right? And the second question to look at is how is it relevant to your customer persona or customer profile? Is he talking about customer problems? Is he addressing the issues that keep your customers awake at night? The third one is to look at, is he targeting your target market? In the sense, if you have an influencer from a different geo, and if he doesn't appeal to your customer target market, then it makes very little sense. It is still good that you're collaborating with influencers, but maybe you can do better. So look for influencers who come from your target market, including geography, including industries, functional. So if your solutions are bought by business leaders and technology leaders, but if you see that your target market is more of technology leaders, then make sure that you have some influencer who can talk to technology leaders, who have authority in that segment. That way you'll be able to do much better than selecting an influencer who might not move as much with technology leaders. So the next question on the list is to look at, does he contradict your messaging? For example, you might be trying to highlight a unique feature or a unique benefit of your software or a technology or a business model, and if your influencer has a differing opinion, then you need to consider whether you want to rope in someone like that. It could be a very constructive discussion, but just think about it. Make sure that you are able to control that narrative, or make sure that it is adding value to your marketing campaigns. You don't want to end up which is counterproductive. So let's discuss some of the rules of reaching out. And the 5 rules of reaching out to influencers is, the first one on that list is do your homework. And this ties back to the due diligence that we spoke earlier about understanding the influencer profile, influencer messaging, influencer target market, influencer audience profile, and all of that. And that way you'll be able to make a unique pitch and win the confidence of your influencers. That way you'll be able to collaborate with them. The second one on this list is be clear, right? And this rule is very important because you need to set clear expectations, right from the branding that you want to the airtime that you need, to the rehearsal that you want, or the poll, or the activities that you want to conduct. You should be very clear with your expectations. It is possible that sometimes we avoid tough conversations, and that might not be good, because you don't want to go way ahead and then backtrack. I mean, it's not good for anybody. So make sure that you are clear, and your expectations are very set out, right? And then the third one is to understand, no, there are no free lunches. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of companies want to collaborate with influencers but are not willing to invest, or are not willing to pay. Now that's not good, right? You need to pay a man's day of work, right? He needs to, like they say, that the man needs to feed his family, right? So make sure that you are paying for his time and money, right? Time and effort, not time and money, but more from time and effort, right? So be willing to pay your influences. The fourth one on this is keep your promises, right? So if you say that you're going to do something, then make sure that you are you are able to deliver that. Otherwise, don't make a promise, right? This is golden rule. There is nothing, you know there's no going back on this, right? The fifth one is avoid pitfalls. There are several mistakes that we might have discussed during this video and in my book. Make sure that you don't make the same mistakes. And just eliminating the mistakes can go a long way in creating and developing a successful influencer marketing campaign. For example, the pitfalls that you can avoid include your branding, ignoring your content strategy, ignoring your prospects buyer journey, not thinking through it, not beginning with the end in the mind. All this can really hurt your campaign. So make sure that you avoid your pitfalls, and that would really help you design, develop, and execute marketing campaigns, webinar campaigns, influencer marketing campaigns in a much better way. I'm sure that you'll find these helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you once again.